Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl, Miss ATL Doll. You know you can follow me on Instagram at Miss ATL Doll. You can follow me on the Post Up News at the Post Up News. I am sitting here with the lovely Lay Ann, and she is in the building looking all beautiful and whatnot. Hey girl, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. So I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I actually know her husband, and I've been trying to interview her for like 2 years, and some kind of way my email just never made it. So I'm happy
Well,
that
I'm glad it made it
this
this time. Yeah.
because I am super excited. This lady has a phenomenal story to tell, and you think you know it all about looking at her Instagram page, but you actually don't. So I think the thing for me that actually captured my attention was the fact that you had a baby, and when she had the baby, she decided to shed those pounds. Now, what was that like for you? What triggered in your mind? Was it you wanted to get healthy, you wanted to look good, or you wanted to have that snapback, baby?
Actually, I'm gonna say it was all of those together.
Okay.
So before I found out I was pregnant, I was actually prepping for my first fitness competition. And when I got about maybe 12 weeks out, I couldn't get any more results, and we couldn't figure out why. Come to find out, I was carrying a new bundle of joy. So I was pregnant, and then while during my pregnancy, my mom got ill. And when my mom got ill, I kind of let everything that I was doing, I put it to the back because it wasn't as important as my mom. And when I let that go, I let myself go as well. And I got up to over 220 pounds. So me being transparent, showing my journey afterwards, it was more so originally to help me stay on track. Post my journey so it holds me accountable. And I can't BS the world per se because people are very critical in their comments.
Right.
So by being visible and transparent and posting it online, it actually worked out in my benefit, but it was more so just to hold me accountable originally.
Okay. So I know that you mentioned that you do competitions. So how long after the baby did you get back into that?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so after I had my son, I went through the phase that I think almost anybody can relate to that has been on the health and fitness journey. Lose 5 pounds, get happy celebrating it, end up putting on 15 by celebrating for that 5 you lost. So I did that back and forth. And it's funny because with me being in the health and fitness industry, you would think like, okay, she knows better. She's going to bounce back like that. But no, life hits everybody. So my first competition, I trained nonstop for 15 months, a year and 3 months of doing 2 to 3 hours of cardio 6 days a week, weight training. With me never being obese before, but obesity runs in my family, I was like, in order to lose the weight, I have to do the extreme. To do the extreme is prepping for a bodybuilding show. So, yeah, a year and 3 months to actually get all the weight off. Yeah.
So she actually looks amazing, guys. I mean, I saw her when she walked in. I was like, oh my God, let me put my little food baby up, you
Girl,
know.
if you don't stop, you look fabulous.
Thank you. So do you have like a everyday workout regimen that you do?
My everyday workout regimen is more so get up and get active. Like, keep it moving. I try to make it as simple as possible, and I tell this to others. If you put so much thought into it, it makes it where it's a chore, it's a task, it's hard. Nobody likes chores, nobody likes anything that feels hard. So if you make it seem easy and you look at it as simple as, when I get up, I got to do something to keep myself moving. Let it be fun. It doesn't have to be a boring workout. It doesn't have to be in the gym lifting weights. Your cardio or workout could be walking your neighborhood. Like, that's another thing I did when I started back with my journey, because I stayed home for the first 3 years and I did not work at all. My mom said, I want you to stay home and be a mom to your son. So that's what I did. So with that being said and everything fell on my husband, okay, what I'm gonna do to stay active? I got out in the neighborhood like when we was kids and we went and played in the neighborhood. That's exactly what I did. I just went for walks in the neighborhood. When I got tired of seeing the same thing over and over, I add a few different blocks, and then it turned into more miles and more miles.
So to maintain your figure, in addition to working out and having your regimen, what type of diet do you? Because we'll talk about me in a minute, but I want to know what kind of diet you're on.
Well, I eat a lot of protein, but more so fish. I love shrimp, so fish and shrimp right now. In about maybe a week or two, I implement chicken back in. It's just that I was doing a detox, so I took all the meat out of it. But my day to day, year to year eating regimen is always going to be fish, chicken, and shrimp, and then green leafy vegetables and a carb. And then I have my moments where I have a cheat meal, maybe once or twice every 2 weeks, something like that.
So I think for me, within the past couple of weeks, I actually learned something that I should have known, but I actually did not know. So apparently, I started picking up weight last year.
Do you
Didn't
know
know
why?
it. I didn't know why, but I kept telling my husband that the dryer was shrinking my pants, and I really believed that, girl. I really thought the dryer was shrinking my pants.
That's a great way to go by because I can't stand the scale. To me, the scale is the devil. So I go by my clothes.
The
When they
dryer
start
wasn't shrinking
loosening-
my pants. It wasn't
No,
shrinking.
but I'm
It
saying
was
it's a
me.
good way to look at it because that if you pay attention to when your clothes start feeling snug,
Yeah.
if they don't have no spandex in them, then you know, like, hey, let me get on the bandwagon because in a little bit I ain't gonna be able to get in these or none of my clothes.
Well, I think I was at a good weight, right?
Mhm.
And then a couple of
look-
weeks
you at a good
ago,
weight
I
now.
started going through some stuff, and stress literally took it off. So people
But you know
think,
what? Some people stress adds it on.
I know I'm not that lucky.
And I don't mean stress adds it on with eating crazy. I
Right.
mean literally worrying. Like for example, true example. I was doing my workout. I was training faithfully. I'm talking about faithfully, but I was up under a lot of stress, and my weight was going up. Not drastically up, but it was going up, and I couldn't understand why. And I was like, I must have really been up under a lot of stress this last month.
And sometimes you don't even realize it. And with working out, you work out, you eat, but people don't realize it's also mental, making sure making sure you're mentally ready for stuff. So what types of things do you do to minimize stress?
Meditate and pray.
Okay.
And it's simple. Meditate and pray. Meditation keeps me calm. It helps me channel my anger into positivity because usually when I meditate, I think about positive things or things that I'm working towards or want to see myself in my career. When you think about things like that, it'll take away all the negativity. And then working out, of course, because that's a stress reliever. But to minimize it, meditate and pray. Pray that I keep it under control and I don't have to own somebody.
So you have some new projects that you're working on. You have a show that you're working on. So tell me a little bit about your show, because we promote Black Girls Rock. So tell me about your show. What you got going on?
Well, I'm one of the cast members on a new reality show called Flex, and it'll be the first franchise is here in Atlanta. It's called Flex Atlanta. It will be on Amazon Prime this summer 2019, and I'm one of the trainer. I'm a celebrity trainer on the show, and it's basically showing my journey, everything about my life besides what I post on Instagram. And we have some great cast members, and everybody has an amazing journey on it.
Now, with that project, how did you actually get linked up to do that project?
God, my publicist and
Don't you love
PR,
it when
God
they say
hooked
that?
me up with that. But
Don't you love it when they say that? God is the plug, in case
yeah,
y'all
God
don't know.
really is the plug. So the production company reached out to me, and we just meshed well. Everything meshed well. It was wonderful, and I'm just excited for this new chapter in my life. I always wanted, even 11, 10 years ago before me and Charles got together, even when I was a kid, I was like, I want to be able to grow up in the industry with my mate. And him and I are on this project. Like, I'm the cast member, but I get to have my family be a part of it. So it's a dream come true.
So, she mentioned Charles. Charles is her husband. So I have to ask this because this is something that I face on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so you have this huge following on social media. You're in the public eye. So what is that like for you, relationship-wise?
It's nothing. It's like it doesn't even exist. When Charles and I first got together, when we first met back in 2008. Whew, yeah, back in 2008 when we first met, we were both already in the public's eye. Matter of fact, how we met, he was performing for the Summerfest concert, and I was doing the interviews for it. So I interviewed him, and after that, we went out and we never separated. But fast forward to almost 11 years later, it's second nature. Like, we both have to keep ourselves in the public's eye to make our business run. The businesses we have separately and now the businesses that we have together. Like our whole fitness company, Gemini, that's ours together.
I love it. You can definitely look at both of their social media page. You can tell how in touch they are with each other and how they support each other. So I definitely commend you on that. Because the thing is, before I got married, a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, you got to date somebody in the industry. They're not going to understand what you do and da 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 da." But my husband, he wasn't in the industry. I'm putting him in there. I'm putting him in there because, like you said, this is something that we can do together. So, what are your views on how to maintain what you do and have a successful relationship? Because I think a lot of times females fall off. You know what I mean? Like they don't know how to balance what they do and have a relationship.
Believe it or not, I went through that phase though. After I had my son, I hid away from the world. Those 3 years that I sat home with my child, I didn't do really anything social media wise, and now I regret it because I would have had more workout videos while I was still big and things of that sort. But I hid away from the world. And I remember being at church, and one of my girlfriends from college said to me, she was like, "Ooh, Leanne, I ain't never seen this side of Leanne." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You got on flats, and not the cute flats, but she was like, you got on flats. Your toes and stuff polished, but that one a little chipped." She was like, "What is going on with you?" I said, "I'm sorry. This is motherhood. It's kicking my behind. I'm still trying to learn to just how to still be myself in my own image, juggle being a mother and being a wife. And I had my mom living with us because at the time she was still learning to recover how to walk again and all that. It takes a toll on you. And like I say, I hid away from the world for 3 years. So that's how I dealt with it. I hid, and then I built myself back up better than ever, and I'm back.
And she is back. And as you guys heard, she mentioned she has a company with her husband, Gemini. So you brought some goodies with you today. So what do you have right here? You got a whole little package, baby.
Okay, so this is my book. It's called A Complete Guide to a Sexier, Healthier You. And it's like a blueprint to walk people through their own personal journeys, through my journeys and my experiences where I had success and where I fell at, where I had failure at, to help them not to be able to make that same mistake. It's also a workbook. It's parts in there where I ask them questions for them to write out so they could go back and look at their journal when they may fall off track. It has meal suggestions in there, recipes, meal plans, workouts, the demonstrations. The book is like what I say, your go-to for a beginner or someone that's just starting over. I think that this is the perfect book for them. The DVD is called Mommy's Fit Pregnancy, and this is when my son actually was in my belly. And he says that when we're at home, he's like, "Mommy, I was in your belly on that one." So that is a DVD to help moms to still be able to work out through each trimester of their pregnancy. And then everybody wants to be snatched. We want tight, small waistlines. I ain't gonna say the other part we want, but we want small, tight waistlines because it makes the other stuff look a little fatty in a good way. PHAT fat. And it's a 2-in-1 waist trainer and sweatband.
Okay.
So when you first put it on, the first part of it is to help with the sweating.
Right.
To lose the water retention and things of that sort. But once you strap these bands, it snatch it all together.
Snatch it all together. I tried that one night. I put on a waist trainer and my husband was like, "Why I feel like you got on a bulletproof."
But you know what? I'm glad you said that. Now feel this.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like a bulletproof
I call it
vest.
when I tell
you
people
sleep
about
in that
it.
one?
Yes, when I
Okay.
tell people about it, I say it's an even more comfortable waist trainer. It doesn't have all the boning in it where when you used to wear it back in the day and it'll leave the indentions and the marks
Right.
on your skin. It doesn't do that.
So how long can you actually? So you brought this as well. Is this this is your cream? So you wear the cream with the waist trainer,
Actually, this cream is a peppermint rejuvenation cream, and I have the oil version of it as well. I use it for muscle recovery. I spread, even if my feet hurt, I can spread it on the bottom of my feet, rub it in with a lot of pressure, and after about 5 to 7 minutes, it's like it disappears or goes away. When my legs and stuff are sore, I spread on my muscles, rub it in. It's a great muscle recovery, but the good thing about peppermint, both of these are all natural, have all natural ingredients. So if you're familiar with peppermint, you can use peppermint for a lot of things. When we get sick in the house, I go grab that and I take it, tap it here on the nose, or rub it here on our chest. For my son, I put it behind his ears, of course, because I don't want him to touch it to put it in his eyes. But peppermint can be used for so many wonderful things.
Now, the products, are they unisex or are they just for women?
No, it's unisex. Now, for the book and the DVD, of course, when I
Women.
first started my project, it was women, and I do have things for men because we have our own clothing line. Like what I have on, from my workout leotard to the socks, not the shoes, all of that is Gemini. So we have apparel for men as well. So
Okay.
this is for men and women, and this is for men and women.
Okay.
And then the other stuff could be for some of our men if they into, pink. Some men look very good in pink. They carry it well.
I'm gonna give my husband some pink and see what happens.
It got to be the right kind of pink, though.
I think he'll look good in bright pink. I don't know.
No. What, on April Fools? Now, you get him a nice pastel pink that's an
Right.
adult grown man.
Right.
Pink. And that sound kind of weird saying an adult grown man pink, but you get what I'm saying.
Right, I
That
got you.
color that men can wear, and if they wear it right, it's very attractive.
So where can people actually purchase the products?
Okay, so everything can be purchased on my website, which is Gemini Athletics, and it's spelled Gym, GYMNI Athletics, ATHLETICS.com. You can purchase it on Amazon. The book and the DVD can be purchased on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and I'm going to say every bookstore that you could think of.
So are you working on any new fitness videos? Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Because we might need some Tybo, some female twerking.
Do you know that I'm just say that's an idea. It's possible. It's an idea. Right now, what I'm mainly focused on is keeping my fitness visuals out. So I'm doing a lot of workout videos and having them produced and put out and things of that sort. So the visuals are there. Yeah,
You need an app. You got an app?
that's in the making. Yeah,
I be knowing.
The app is in the making.
I think that would be dope. For me, I did try to go to the gym. Okay. Me and my 17-year-old, and she
Wait a minute,
Am
17-year-old.
I getting this reaction today? Yes.
Girl, amen. When my baby turns 17, I hope I look as good as you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I would have
We
never
went
guessed
to
that.
the gym, and she was in there getting it, and I was like,
She
wait
ran
a
circles
minute.
around you?
Yes, she did. And I'm like, baby, you got to slow down. Mama can't lift her arms that high. But, it was like, I would hurt for 3 days. Every time I would go to the gym, I would hurt for 3 days. Okay, that's what I needed. I should have had that because I quit. But in the mornings, when I wake up and I get ready, I do my little squats and whatever. I got arm lifts or whatever. But I'm thinking, if Leanne had a little app, I can just turn my little app on, my little Be
Well,
Nonce.
I do have something for you that is similar to an app, meaning that you can still pull it up on your any smartphone or your
Okay.
laptop or computer. I have a program that's called the Snapback 30.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. 30 days.
Oh, 30 days.
30 workouts with scheduled rest days, your meal guide, and when you break it down, it's technically $1 a day because the program is only $30. And literally, you could do your workout from home, work if you're in the office. All you do is pull up on the computer and you have a video demonstration doing it with you.
Okay.
So it's not a full app, but if you sign up for the program, everything comes to your phone. You get a color PDF booklet and everything.
Okay. Well,
And I still could train you and anybody else worldwide because I have
Train me.
a virtual training program. So if you're in Africa, I could train you. If you're in Egypt, I could train you.
so before we get out of here, why don't you tell everybody where they can find you at? Just recap again where they can get these lovely products, honey.
So what's up, guys? It's your girl, Leanne Amos Reed, and you could purchase and find more things about me on my website, which is Gemini Athletics, spelled Gym, GYMNI, athletics.com. From your waist trainer to the peppermint rejuvenation oil to my book to the DVD, everything you can find right on my website, Gemini Athletics, or you can head over to Amazon or any bookstore.
And you guys know who it is. It's your girl, Miss ATL Doll. You can find me on IG at Miss ATL Doll. You can find me on the Post Up News. That's DAPOST Up News. And we out.